The Galactic Archive of Impossible Worlds listed Earth as Category X, theoretically habitable, with a footnote that simply read verification pending, assumed mythological. Professor Kentar had spent decades debunking Deathworld myths, explaining how no planet could possibly have volcanic eruptions, hurricanes, earthquakes, and predators all at once. Then humanity made first contact, and his tenure evaporated faster than water on Venus. The academic community of the Galactic Symposium had long treated Deathworld stories like fairy tales, cautionary myths about impossible planets where everything tried to kill you. These stories spoke of worlds with toxic atmosphere, deadly radiation, extreme temperature variations, and aggressive fauna. Serious scientists dismissed them as fantasy. No species could evolve on such a world, Kentar had published in his award-winning paper. The energy expenditure for survival would prevent the development of intelligence. Then the humans arrived in their cobbled-together ship, held together by something they called duct tape and hope. The first human ambassador, Marcus Chun, had casually mentioned that he missed Earth's mild weather, while standing in what the station considered a lethal heat level of 30 degrees Celsius. Mild? Squeaked Administrator Vel9. Our emergency protocols activate at 25 degrees. Oh, this is nothing, Marcus laughed. Back home in Phoenix, it hits 48 degrees in summer. Great for barbecues. The myth-breaking began immediately and relentlessly. Your planet has how much of its surface covered in dihydrogen monoxide? The Aquatic Council representative gurgled in horror. About 71% ocean, Marcus confirmed. We swim in it for fun. Well, when there aren't sharks around. Or jellyfish. Or riptides. You voluntarily enter a substance that covers most of your world and contains predators? Sure. We even surf on top of it while it's trying to smash us against rocks. Great adrenaline rush. Each casual revelation shattered another supposed impossibility. Humans lived on a planet where the ground itself could suddenly shake and split open. They had weather systems that could level entire cities. Their own sun bombarded them with radiation that would kill most species, and they responded by lying in it to change color. We call it tanning, explained Dr. Sarah Martinez during a medical exchange. Our skin produces melanin as protection. Though too much gives you cancer. Your star gives you cancer and you still expose yourself to it? Dr. Highland's feathers molted from stress. Well, yeah. Vitamin D, you know? Plus, it feels nice. The breaking point came during a documentary about Earth wildlife. The gathered scientists watched in growing horror as humans coexisted with creatures that seemed designed by a sadistic deity. Spiders that could kill with a bite. Snakes that could swallow beings whole. Microscopic organisms that could destroy from within. That's a grizzly bear, Marcus narrated cheerfully. They can run 56 kilometers per hour and have a bite force of 8,000 newtons. We go camping in their territory. Why? Screamed Professor Kentar. The views are spectacular. Plus, they usually leave you alone if you make noise. Usually. Well, sometimes they eat people. That's why we hang our food in trees. But the true paradigm shift occurred when the conversation turned to human history. Ambassador Chen tried to downplay it, but the questions were too direct. How many world wars? Vel9 asked weakly. Just 2. Well, 2 we numbered. Lots of others we didn't bother counting. You had multiple wars that encompassed your entire planet? Yeah. But we learned from them. Mostly. Sort of. We try. The symposium's xenobiologist fainted when Marcus casually mentioned that humans had developed weapons capable of destroying their own planet, then pointed thousands of them at each other for decades in something called mutually assured destruction. It worked, though, Marcus said defensively. Nobody wanted to end the world, so nobody pushed the button. You gave multiple people world-ending buttons? The myths weren't myths. Every impossible thing was real. Humans drank poison, alcohol, for recreation. They consumed foods that actively hurt them, spicy peppers, for enjoyment. They jumped out of functional aircraft with fabric to slow their fall. They climbed mountains that killed them just to see if they could. We're not crazy, Dr. Martinez insisted during an emergency session. We're adaptive. Everything on Earth tries to kill us, so we learn to be harder to kill. We bounce back from broken bones, survive organ failure, and walk off injuries that would cripple other species. Your young literally leak acid from their mouths, accused a horrified educator who'd visited Earth. Oh, baby spit up? Yeah, that's normal. They grow out of it. The final revelation that broke the academic community came from a casual comment by a human engineer: Earth's pretty tame compared to Australia. What's Australia? Oh, it's this continent where everything is extra deadly. Spiders the size of dinner plates, octopi with enough venom to kill 20 humans, birds that can disembowel you, and trees that make you want to die if you touch them. And humans live there by choice? 6 million of them. They love it. Great beaches. Professor Kentar's new paper, An Apology to the Universe, Deathworlds Are Real and Humans Are Proof, became the most downloaded document in academic history. His conclusion read, every impossible trait we theorized about Deathworld evolution has been surpassed by humanity. They didn't adapt to their death world, they conquered it, named it home, and now seek more challenges among the stars. The Galactic Council implemented new protocols for human interaction. Warning labels were required: species from genuine death world. Approach with caution. Do not challenge to physical contests. Do not accept dinner invitations without checking spice tolerance. Absolutely do not visit their planet without environmental suits and comprehensive insurance. Humanity's tourism board was devastated. But we have such beautiful national parks. Marcus protested. Yellowstone is gorgeous. It's a supervolcano. Vel9 shrieked. Yeah, but it probably won't erupt while you're visiting. Probably? The myths had become reality, and reality was more terrifying than fiction. Humans weren't just from a death world. They thought it was nice. They missed it when they were away. They wanted to share its beauty with others. Come visit Earth became the galaxy's most terrifying tourism slogan. We promise you'll survive it. Probably. And somewhere in the archives, the entry for Earth was updated from Category X, theoretically habitable, to Category Z, impossibly inhabited. Humans call it home. Approach at your own risk.